We'll start the program.
Yes, ma'am, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Presents Panel Discussion. Panel discussion is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints on topics related to education and society. Our topic for the day is benefits and challenges of implementing educational technology in the classroom. And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Miss Cynthia De Cruz, ma'am, principal of Semstar Global School, Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. Very welcome, ma'am. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here today. Then we have with us Miss Bhavna Babbar, ma'am, principal and manager of Vivekanand Model School, Dwarka, New Delhi. Very welcome, Bhavna, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And then we have with us Dr. Minakshi Gupta, ma'am, principal of SD Public School, Patel Nagar. Very welcome, Minakshi, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here today. And in this webinar, we will be hearing from you that you have successfully implemented educational technology in your classrooms and schools. So Bhavna, ma'am, let's start off with you, ma'am. What are some of the main benefits in your opinion of using educational technology in the classroom, and do you think it can improve student learning outcomes as well, ma'am?
Yes, this is a very good question you asked. Um, I think so. Educational technology is a very benefit to everyone. It's a facilitator. So it has played a vital role in the education. So uh, earlier, what we were doing, we were using the blackboards and all the small teaching aids to teach the students. But now, educational technology has come. There are smart boards, there are audiovisual aids. So it makes the education very easy. So that is, we say, visual education makes the learning very easy. So we can say 83% visual. Our eye give the effect of in the learning. Rest of the 70%, 17% other organs work. 83% our eyes work. So when we see the visual, when we see the educational technology in the smart boards, what we have that it has been started. So then education becomes very easy. Students learn what they see.
Yes, ma'am.
They learn it very easily. They, I can say, with the introduction of technology, teaching aids, it's shown very effectively their effectiveness. Better understanding makes the children more innovative, more interactive, and this is also fun for them. There are many benefits of educational technology for the students. We can improve the learning also in them. That is developing the learning platforms, like we can I think so make the learning process more personalized,
Yes,
like
ma'am.
these platforms can analyze students learning and adjust the curriculum according to their needs, like their focus, their pace, their needs. According to that we can uh, make the learning process also, learning analyze also. With this educational technology, we can make the learning easily. We can take the feedback also, online feedback, online assessment we can do, and that also can be done very easily. During pandemic, it has become very popular.
Yes, ma'am.
Earlier, teachers were not aware of the this educational technology so easily. They were not using it. But during pandemic, they become more useful. They become more usual to it. And at that time, when nothing was going, but education was going, everything was still, but education was going through educational technology. So there are other more benefits of this educational technology. We can prepare the children and for their exams, and online classes we can take. Otherwise it was not possible to take online classes, to teach them at home, to give them classes at any of the time. This time during examination days, we can use this technology and we give them online classes also. They got benefited. So there are many uses of this multiple learning students are doing.
Thank you so much, Bhavna ma'am. I think she has some network problems. Moving forward, Cynthia ma'am. Firstly, ma'am, would you like to add something to Bhavna ma'am? And also, ma'am, how can the teachers effectively integrate educational technology in their lesson plans and curriculum?
Ma'am, I'll just add up first to what Bhavna ma'am just said. For those of us who've been from that generation where we have read a lot, like I personally have been into reading a lot of storybooks, comics of all kinds, even when we did not have the facility of seeing so many cartoon shows, right? And that helped me to expand my mind's imagination, the mind's eye. And though the present generation, when we talk about for the past couple of years, teachers, educators, they've been talking about 21st century skills. So the 21st century skills cannot be thought of without the 21st century technology. And education is the main part, has to play a main part into this.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think educational technology is here to stay and to expand. And we need to be like, very dynamic in our approach. When we talk about ourselves in the past, when we refer to ourselves, we want to tell about certain incidents. You will realize that we always talk about, I did such a such thing when I was in this class. So when we talk about our past experiences and still we connect to our school life, then that is a big example how impactful our educational life is for the rest of our lives, even when we go out of formal education. So right now, I think this technology, educational technology, is going to expand the imagination of the students and also the teachers, and bring both the facilitators and the students and all the other stakeholders in education on, at the same platform, where I think this learning and talking about all the 21st century skills, gaining them will become very easy if educational technology is taken up not as a last resort like it was taken up during COVID, but as something where now we have to focus on, where the recipient, that is the student, is also equally interested in gaining something from it. So there may be many cons to it, like there are cons to everything.
Yes, ma'am.
However, nutritious something is, excess of it will always be bad. Similarly, the cons in educational technology might be that there'll be a lot of screen time but now that screen time has to be managed. So today you come to know that this is bad for you, this can be done for you. There was a time where we used to tell the students, please watch Discovery Channel.
Yes, ma'am.
Today, through educational technology, you have everything at your hands. Only it has to be a little more focused, that you're using your screen time more for positive gain. So that was for the first part that you had asked Bhavna ma'am also. And the question that you posed to me is how teachers can make use of educational technology in their classrooms.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, to a large extent, this also depends upon the management of the school, including the principal, that how much of technology, educational technology, are we ready to uh, invest in?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, not actually usually say spend, I should say invest in, because this is the order of the day. And so can it be class wise? Are we talking about smart classes? There were smart classes before also in school, but their use was very limited. And now we are coming on to that stage where we see that yes, through different advancements that have been made, how the teacher can use flashcard, you can use your own mobile, you can use your laptop. If everything is being used for webinars or for taking attendance, for all the ERP solutions, then I think this same technology can be used by the teachers, if not through all the smart boards in every class, but every teacher has a smartphone. So there are ready videos, not just flashcards. There are ready videos that the teacher can use, and also, like ma'am said, for assessing whatever knowledge the children are getting, and working on improving on that. That can also be used in the classroom, not at a large level, but then whatever the teacher or the school can afford to.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Very wonderfully explained. Um, Bhavna, ma'am, welcome back. I hope I'm audible to you. Ma'am, you're on mute actually. Bhavna, ma'am, you're not audible to us. You're on mute.
Okay, ma'am, I'll just add on something to it. Just
Sure, ma'am.
for us, for the likes of those teachers, and for so many parents who feel that, the present day technology is driving everybody haywire, especially the students. If you have noted, again, for the last couple of years, every book, especially the literature book, whether Hindi or English, they have one chapter which is in the form of a comic.
Yes, ma'am.
Why has that been done? I think that has been done to create interest. That thing live and moving, and not just in the form of animated videos. There are n number of things available to us for making learning more interactive, engaging, and exciting, because we may have learned or taught for n number of years. At the end of the day, what keeps us attached and involved is when when the teaching and learning is interesting. So I think we need to use this educational technology to make our teaching interesting and effective, and also for make it engaging for the students, because this is going to go, what we find interesting, like you say na, that when you do something that you love, or in the way that you love it, then you will not be bored. So I think teaching has to go on to that level now. Teaching, learning has to go on to that level where it is very interesting.
Absolutely, ma'am. I think that's a really great idea of putting stories into the lesson plans, ma'am. Thank you so much. Moving forward, Meenakshi ma'am, over to you. Firstly, ma'am, would you like to add something to ma'am? And also, ma'am, Bhavna ma'am and Cynthia ma'am were mentioning about pandemic and how, the things, how the education shifted to online mode. So, ma'am, what are some of the biggest challenges that you would have faced, your teachers would have faced, and they still face while implementing educational technology in the classroom? And can you also share how did you overcome them, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. I would just like to add on whatever my previous speakers have spoken. They have very, very, very wisely. They have just strike the note at the right point that yes, it is the mandate of the day that we have to shift ourselves from the conventional kind of technology, conventional type of ways of teaching to the technology driven one. I personally believe when we talk about using technology in the classrooms, it is the way in which we can go for the progress. Now, how can as a teacher we progress? As a teacher, I believe we need to follow the format of learn, unlearn, and relearn. So when we talk about learning, unlearning, and relearning, technology is going to help us a lot. Remember the days when we used to have initial days when the mobile came. We had all those pad where we used to press the button and then we used to dial the number and then we used to. Now, the moment the smartphones came, we are not able to even use those phones properly. We have totally unlearned what we knew about the mobiles initially, and now we know the touch screen, how it works. So basically, we are learning new things. In the process, we are unlearning something which were conventional, which are obsolete, and then of course we need to relearn a few things which we have to carry forward along with this progress. So this is what technology is doing, that when we are taking this technology into the classroom, no doubt it is the demand of the day. If you talk about the NEP, it is also talking about the digitalization of education. You talk about pandemic, of course we all had been gone through that it was not possible to survive unless and until we were digitally equipped. So what I would like to say is that when we talk about taking uh, this technology into the classroom, that is something where it is just like walking on the tight rope by the teacher, because you can't just keep on turning everything into technology. We'll start creating zombies.
Yeah.
So when we talk about education is as a whole, we need to focus one thing about the progression of the students, about updating them, about making them 21st century learners and productive citizens. At the same time, all those skills which are required, which we call the social skills or the life skills, which are also to be taken care of. So when we are taking technology in the classroom, maybe in the form of the smart board, maybe in the form of the smartphones, maybe in the form of the digital, various clouds, we have now, like mine is a Microsoft Showcase school. So my entire campus, we are running on the iCloud, and we have entire administrative and teaching and learning process in that. But when we talk about using digital technology into the classroom, I think it has got three major compartments. First is about teaching, second is about learning, and the third one is about assessment. So when I talk about teaching, now where do I have to take teaching? Am I going in the direction where this technology will replace me as teacher? No, I cannot do that.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is not possible. So what is required is that let us not segment, let us not make it in a different compartment where technology is something different and pedagogy is something different. So what is the need is that we somehow combine our pedagogy, reshape our pedagogies in such a way where we use technology as very, very essential and effective tool, not a meme. It's just a tool. So we should never forget that we should use it as a tool. Secondly, when we talk about learning is not only on the part of the children. It is not only on the learner. Learning is on the part of the teacher also, because a teacher is a lifelong learner.
Yes, ma'am.
So we as teachers need to learn, because as ma'am has rightly said, that we belong to the generation where we were brought up in the books.
Yes, ma'am.
Even now today I find it difficult to read on the screen. I am much comfortable reading on a hard paper, hard copy. So we also need to learn, and we are in the process of learning. It was COVID which came as a, a
Oh,
rod for us to make us learn this. Otherwise, many of us would have not have done it. So when we talk about learning it, we still have lots and lots to learn. Yesterday I was talking in a call of Microsoft, community, where I was sharing my experience as a school leader, bringing all those changes in my school. So it was because we started it long back before COVID, so we were in a very comfortable position. But even after COVID, if you see the excess use of this technology in the classroom, where the classroom shifted in the drawing room of the children instead of being in the classroom itself, what happened is that the children, I'm coming to a second question, that the children are not getting used to the writing part. So what is happening, that augmented reality has come so much into their mind. We are talking about AI, we are talking about all these, the various platforms, various tools, technological tools. Children are, my own children have got first prize in making green sea using Minecraft. But that is just one part. What about the practical, real aspect of it? So, what I would suggest is that when we talk about using this technology in the class, I would say that use it as a tool. Now, one simple example, I want my children to do a project. That project is that I want my children to understand the environmental issues surrounding their house or their school, and they should come up with a model about it. Instead of making, earlier what we used to do, you go and do a survey. The children would go, they'll make a questionnaire, they will go door to door, they'll interview people. That time could be saved. They can make a Google form, they can put it on the Facebook or WhatsApp, and they can collect all that information. But when it comes to the reality, when it comes to the second part of it, let the children sit, talk together, work on that. So that is something which is required, that the technology has a lot transformed all of us, but at the same time, lot of things have been lost. Personal interaction, communication, writing skills, and at the same time, that human spirit. When we talk about empathy, when we talk about compassion, when we talk about love, when we talk about the spirit of sharing, when the children are in the class, they share with each other so many things. So that, I would say that we should take technology, no doubt, otherwise there is no survival. We have survival for the fittest, but at the same time, we should do it in a very balanced manner. That would be my suggestion.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, Meenakshi, ma'am. Rightly said. Moving forward, Cynthia, ma'am, what are some of the most effective types of educational technology tools and resources to, that in your opinion, ma'am, that enhance the student engagement and motivation, ma'am?
ma'am, some very common ones that we've been using for quite some time, even before COVID struck. We were having smart boards in class, and of course, access to the internet is the most important. And like I said previously, that teachers have been using their phones, and uh, they have been, planning their lessons, taking certain things from the and showing them as videos. Yes, this is what has been actually happening as far as an average school is concerned. I do not know about the ones which are technologically very advanced, but I'm talking about the average schools. This is the way they have been going about it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Meenakshi, ma'am, would you like to add something to ma'am?
I think that's perfectly fine, because when we talk about India, there are a lot of like, we are sitting in capital, so we have all the the facilities available. But if you talk about on a larger scale, a lot of tools like if I say Google Forms, The Microsoft tools are there which can be used very effectively when we talk about making question papers, making assignments, online correction. We can use Flipgrid, which is also a very good tool with the children. In Minecraft, again, is a very, when we talk about giving AI, kind of an augmented reality check to the children, that can be a very good tool. And I think lots and lots of social media. We keep on telling that social media is very bad. Children are, wasting their time. But I think if we can somehow utilize that social media in a constructive manner for the children, that can also be used. And of course, using smart boards. Every school cannot have smart boards, and even all the classrooms cannot be smart board classes in every school. But yes, I think that be replaced by these some of the videos, YouTube links. We have got these pandemic has come up with this beautiful idea of creating YouTube videos. So lots of good the theater, the role play. And when we talk about poetry, when we talk about lot of three-dimensional concepts that the children have to be taught, those YouTube videos can also be shown. That can be shown even on a small TV if we can afford, or a laptop if we can take to the class. So I think that
Ma'am, I
way a
think
lot of things.
there also the teacher needs to help as a facilitator to
Yes.
actually filter what all can be
Yes, yes, yes. That
constructively
work has to
used.
be done by
No,
the teacher.
that is it.
Definitely.
Like you
That's
said,
what I'm
no, there,
saying. That
that is where we come in.
links.
So
These
I
are the
think
links
we
we
need
should
to
go. You should
be,
go.
teachers need to be a little ahead and
Yes.
need to work a little harder. If
Yes.
we, when we, participate in any kind of a workshop, uh, that time also you will see the resource person chalks out certain videos.
Yes.
Yes, small clips and tries to get to us, bring our attention towards it and
True.
tells us whether, the bear, mother bear motivating the, cub
Right.
or anything,
Right.
talking
Right.
about
Right.
working together. So I think there are so many things available now, and we can use this educational technology. But first, we have to first look into it, then we must filter it so that we our children are able to see first whatever that's going to enhance their skills, and then maybe when they are on their own, some amount of time will always be wasted. We also grown-ups do a lot of browsing and do a lot of social media, which if we add on maybe more than an hour or two we are spending on some unnecessary browsing. But I
True.
think some of us need to, just like we worked hard first manually with the books and other resource materials. I think now we have to work with the educational technology and whatever is available on internet and chalk out all those things that we can tell the children that this is here. I think this is very effective and you will really enjoy and learn from all these things.
Very true, Cynthia ma'am, because this is what, that's why I said that we need to, before teaching, we ourselves need to learn. The teachers need to learn. Before becoming a teacher, we need to be a learner where we can learn, we can explore, and then we can identify what are the things that we need our children to get exposure
Right.
to.
A lesson
Otherwise,
well
it is going to be a
prepared.
disastrous thing.
Yes, that we can never, outdo the fact that the lesson we want to give has to be well prepared by us.
Yes,
Whether
yes.
that lesson is going to be a lecture, or it's
Right.
going to be from a book, or is it going to be by that technology which is meant for the present generation. And
True.
so
Very true.
our preparation has to be beforehand and a good one.
Very true. I totally agree.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, Meenakshi ma'am and Cynthia ma'am, for being here today. It was lovely listening to your experiences and viewpoints, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am. And for all the viewers watching us out, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank
Thank you.